covert narcissism and the intersection between entitlement and low self-esteem. So I've talked before about why I believe the covert narcissist is the most dangerous, certainly psychologically, of all the different types of narcissists. And if you're unsure what type you're dealing with, head to getcutready.co.uk. I have a quiz that you can take to give you more detail on what type you're dealing with, and then that subtype is you get more detail on that, so you really narrow in on the behaviours and the specific types of psychology and that you're dealing with. But anyway, I digress. So the covert narcissist is at that intersection between low self-esteem, so they present as being a victim, a constant victim, a professional victim, you might say. In every situation, they are a martyr and a victim. Nothing ever goes right for them. It's always their own fault. They will say, oh, I'm such a terrible person. And that lures you in, because most people have deep empathy, and particularly people in these situations, we have that rescuer, that people-pleasing dynamic within ourselves, that wound of wanting to care for people and, as I used to say, love them better. And so the covert narcissist plays on that. So that, if you think of it like two axes, and you got high to low self-esteem and low to high entitlement, they sit down here at that low self-esteem. An overt narcissist would be at the high self-esteem, just for comparison. But in terms of the intersection with entitlement, so they have high entitlement. They think that because they are a victim, they believe, the covert narcissist, they believe that they're entitled to better treatment. They're entitled because they're so poorly done to. You should look after them. You should do this for them. You should do that for them. And when you don't meet those high entitlement expectations, the darkness comes out. You are the worst person possible. You are a monster because you haven't met what they believe they are entitled to. And that intersection between low, so on this XY axis, low self-esteem and high entitlement puts them in this bottom quadrant, and those behaviors are malignant, so they are malicious, so they are all designed to present as one way but actually be very, very evil under the surface. And they will manipulate others, they will tell lies and make false allegations about you, all while presenting this image of being quite weak and vulnerable, but their behaviour doesn't match. The entitlement behaviour doesn't match. And that's the key thing for family court, is being able to demonstrate the inconsistency between words and actions. Talking like a victim, behaving like an abuser. That's what you have to demonstrate. And that's just a really powerful way of looking at it, is that low self-esteem, high entitlement is such a red flag and a warning. And that inconsistency between that presentation of being the victim and the entitlement that comes through from that is a way that you can present some of those patterns that create such a problem.